Hi, my name is Melanie. I go by the DJ name Mejmi. I'm a DJ, producer, and a classical musician. I began playing Irish music first. So I started the violin when I was, I would say, 6 years old in primary school.
Seen them a long, long time.
And I love playing traditional Irish music. I learned a lot of it by ear. And then growing up, say when I was in 5th or 6th class in primary school, I took up the piano classically, and then I also took up the violin classically, did that, completed those grades, loved it, did it. And then by the time I was in, I'd say, transition year in college, I took up the cello. I loved the cello, and I decided the cello was for me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna absolutely work my ass off to do this in college. So I did, and got into college in Cork School of Music, and then was, doing my thing in college, doing all of the exams and getting a little bit tired of it. I just felt like I wanted to do something else, and I felt like I just wasn't able to achieve mentally what I wanted in the way I was performing the cello and what I was doing. Like, I loved being part of like quartets and orchestras and even composing classical music. I really did like it, but I always wanted to do something a little bit more, and I just wasn't sure what it was. So I remember feeling like I needed to take a break. Not really a break, but maybe try the Erasmus program. So I did that, moved to Valencia in my 3rd year, and it was unbelievable. I wasn't sure what I was expecting either. Like, obviously I was still performing, I was still in college over there playing the cello and being part of their college, doing the same thing as I would have been in Cork. But it was just a completely different lifestyle change. And I ended up meeting so many people who were interested in going out clubbing and raving and into techno. And I hadn't really found, before I moved away to Valencia, I hadn't really found people who were into like techno. So my eyes were just opened to this whole new scene that I didn't know really existed. And I lived beside a nightclub, so we would go every other weekend and have the time of our lives and go to the beach and have techno parties on the beach. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't necessarily think there would be a career at the end of it for me, or that I didn't even know that dream existed. Until I got back to Ireland, and then I was like, oh my god, I love that so much. Can I do that? Is it right for me to go from this degree into doing DJing? Like, there was like the angel and the devil on my shoulder, and I just said, fuck it, I'll do it. My cousin had decks, he had some new marks, and he was like, I'll give them to you. So he gave them to me, and it was during COVID. So, and my dad is a drummer, so he had this like soundproof shit and all the speakers and everything. So I would just go in, probably play like shite, but that's how you learn. And that is how I have arrived to here and now. Yeah, well, obviously playing an Electric Picnic was like, never did I expect to be playing in that so soon. It was such a surprise to be asked to play there. Absolutely amazing. I was so nervous, but I was so happy to be able to play there and open this really cool, like, how do you even explain, like a log house? an après-ski house and the balcony, and there was fake snow. Moved to Warsaw for a little while. I got the opportunity to play under a bridge, underneath a motorway in Warsaw, which was insane. I'd never in my life expected to play. Like, you would see them on like some random techno pages and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then actually got the chance to play at it. It was crazy. And my set time was as the sun was coming up as well. So the sun was shining on all of our faces and everyone in the crowd. Like, I got to see what everyone really looked like then. But it was unbelievable, like the feeling. Getting to play all of my cool beeps and bops, and there was dogs and campfires and it was lovely. I loved it.
Hang up or press 1 for more options.
Like, I feel like internally I still haven't really chosen one over the other. I just do one more now. But I do think that even when I'm DJing, I'm still in the classical mindset. Like, I am an absolute perfectionist, and I just think that that will always carry through in me. I really do love performing classical music, but I just get really, really nervous. Like, anytime I would have a recital or a concerto competition or anything like that, I would always get like brain freeze, because there's like so much you can and can't do, like in anything, I guess, but I really found it a lot more overwhelming. Whereas when I DJ, I feel a lot more free and I feel a lot more true to myself. So I'm really enjoying it. Like, I get to dance. You don't get to dance when you play the cello I just love dancing, and I think maybe the dancing sways me more in the techno, and also the hard kick and the sounds. Like, for me, the sounds always sound like I am always imagining like a race car. And maybe that's because I used to play Need for Speed, but I just like making or playing music that sounds like a race car. In a lot of my productions that I'm currently doing now, not that I haven't released them yet, but I'm trying to blend the strings in throughout the piece and use the kind of classical style of composing in what I'm trying to produce. So I guess that will be coming soon. And I always am such a sucker for playing tracks with a bit of strings in it. Just hits me on my own heartstrings. Jeff Mills for sure. Love Jeff Mills. Avro Part, a minimalist classical composer, absolutely love him. Love trying to imitate music that he makes. Bach, love Bach. So organized and love his style. It's so like techno. Also really love Anita. Oh, I could sit here all day and tell you all the people that inspire me, but off the top of my head, that's it now. In any genre of music, there's always going to be drug use and, you know, a certain degree of letting yourself go, having fun. Sometimes I do think it can lead to a lot of people taking drugs and then starting to enjoy the music rather than enjoying the music, and then taking something to enhance your feeling. But I think once you're safe and once you're enjoying yourself, that's what it's all about, really. So, I mean, the amount of times you see people and they're not even drinking or anything, they're just there. Like, techno is about enjoying yourself, letting go, feeling free, and whatever you do past that to enhance yourself is totally up to you and about your own experience. And I think that's the beauty of it, is that you can do whatever you want and enjoy it however you want to. And at the end of the day, I don't think there's any, well, of course there's rules on drugs, but there are no rules on how you should enjoy an experience. Dublin has, not that they have so many, but they have a lot more bigger venues to host like bigger nights. Like, it's so important to have a big space to be able to dance and feel that like club energy. A lot of the places now, they're in like bars and the lights are on and you can see the daylight coming through, and it's just not the same. You don't get the same feeling or energy, and I mean, that's what it's all about. Getting that good energy and underground feeling in a club. I mean, that's why we all go there. It's to dance and not really be able to see what's going on and just to feel good. But you don't get to experience that as much when you're in a pub. Ireland in general, I do think Sunil Sharp is doing the most amazing things ever with his Give Us the Night project. Also, the Bray Institute of Further Education, where there is Sunil Sharp and Doug Cooney and so many others that I cannot even remember their names. And they have the DJ skills and techniques and music production course, which I actually would love to do this coming year. And they are teaching you everything from how to DJ in a club, how to DJ properly, learning the right techniques and skills, how to mix, how to do your mix downs and your tracks and master and do everything that you possibly could ever need to know. So I think that's such an amazing thing to have, and it's producing the most unbelievable producers and DJs in Ireland. And also, currently, I may not know too much about Cork's past and history, but like Dali, Cryptic, Tripka, DV8, Prospect, all of these collectives, and Dollhouse, and all of the new female DJs in Cork that are absolutely killing it in the scene at the moment. It's unbelievable, and I'm so excited to be a part of this scene right now and in the future. I think there's such an array and talent of DJs right now.